My name is Mateo, and for years I thought my brain was broken. I studied English words again and again, only to forget them the very next day. The frustration grew so strong that I nearly gave up on learning altogether. I told myself I wasn't smart enough, that maybe English was only for special people. Every forgotten word felt like proof that I would never succeed. Deep inside, I carried the belief that my memory was weak. One late night, scrolling through videos, I stumbled on a strange phrase. It said, "There is no weak memory, only untrained memory." The words hit me like lightning, shaking everything I thought I knew. Could this be true? Could it be that my brain wasn't broken after all? I couldn't stop thinking about that idea, and it kept echoing in my mind like a hidden key. I decided to test it, even though I didn't fully believe. Something in me whispered, "Give it one last chance." That small decision opened the door to a transformation I never imagined. The first lesson I discovered was shocking. My problem wasn't memory, but attention. When I tried to memorize, I was distracted, passive, and half asleep. Without attention, the brain cannot save anything at all. I realized I wasn't truly studying. I was pretending. I stared at lists of words without energy, without images, without emotion. And because I gave my brain nothing, my brain gave me nothing in return. The second discovery blew my mind. The brain remembers pictures, not letters. Words are weak, but images are powerful. If I wanted to remember English, I needed to see it, feel it, and experience it. So I changed my method. Instead of saying apple means maca, I closed my eyes. I imagined biting a big red apple, juice dripping down my hand, the sweetness exploding in my mouth. That one image locked the word apple into my memory. For the first time, I could recall it without effort. It wasn't just a word anymore. It was a living, unforgettable picture. With every experiment, I grew stronger. I realized memory was like a muscle, and every new image was an exercise. Day by day, my brain began to surprise me. Soon I wasn't just memorizing words. I was telling myself tiny stories, filled with colors, sounds, and emotions. The more ridiculous the story, the more unforgettable it became. My excitement grew, and I wanted to share this discovery with everyone. If it worked for me, maybe it could work for anyone. That thought kept me going, even on tough days. I call this approach the story method. It is simple, powerful, and fun. And today, I want to show you exactly how it works, step by step. But first, let me remind you of something important. Your brain is not weak. It has been waiting for you to feed it the right kind of fuel. That fuel is imagination. Think of your memory as a blank slate. That's why the most boring study methods never work. Reading lists silently, copying definitions without life. It all vanishes in hours. Your brain refuses to hold empty, colorless words. But when you turn those words into experiences, everything changes. Suddenly, your mind lights up, grabs the memory, and refuses to let go. That is how powerful the human brain really is. Mateo's journey started with this realization, and it gave him hope. Hope that maybe he wasn't broken, but simply untrained. Hope that maybe English could finally stay in his head forever. And so began the great experiment, one that I want you to join, because if Mateo could do it, so can you. Get ready. We're about to train your memory like never before. The next step was practice, and practice meant fun. To learn, Mateo stopped treating English as a subject. He started treating it as a game his brain wanted to play. He chose words, turned them into pictures, and made them dance. He wasn't studying anymore. He was creating little movies inside his head. That is why the words stayed alive. For the first time, he realized memory was not a prison, but a playground. He stopped fighting against his brain and started working with it. And the results came faster than he imagined. Before long, Mateo was remembering more than ever. His confidence grew, and his fear began to disappear. For the first time in years, he felt free to dream again. And now, it is your turn to discover the secret for yourself. The core of the method is simple. Turn every English word into a story. The brain craves stories, like it craves food. Without story, the word starves and dies. Mateo learned that the sillier and crazier the story, the better. A cat on a tree drinking tea. Perfect. A dog driving a taxi in New York. Even better. Let's try together. Repeat this story with me. The cat drinks tea in the tree. 3 words. Cat, tea, tree. You won't forget them after today. Close your eyes and see it. A giant cat, balancing on a branch, holding a teacup like a gentleman. The tree shakes, but the cat refuses to spill a single drop. Can you imagine that picture clearly? If yes, you already memorized 3 words with 0 effort. That is the magic of the story method. Now let's push further. Say this with me. The dog drives a car to the star. For words, dog, car, star, drive. In your mind, watch the dog behind the wheel, ears flapping in the wind. He speeds down the road, flying straight toward a golden star in the sky. Ridiculous, right, but unforgettable. This is how Mateo trained his memory every day, not with stress, not with boring repetition, but with creativity. The crazier the scene, the stronger the memory. Soon he wasn't just memorizing single words. He began connecting them into small stories, then longer stories. English became a movie in his head, and the best part, he didn't just remember the words. He started to feel them, to enjoy them, and to live them. That changed everything about his learning. But there was still one more piece missing: emotion. Mateo discovered that when a word is tied to strong emotion, it becomes nearly impossible to forget. He tested it with the word fear. He imagined being chased by a shadow, heart racing, sweat dripping, whispering, fear, fear, fear. That word burned into his memory instantly. Then he tested the word joy. He pictured jumping into the ocean on a hot day, laughing with friends, shouting joy, joy, joy. And again, the memory locked forever. Emotion is glue for the brain. Without it, memories slide away. With it, they stick for life. Mateo realized that emotion was his secret weapon. That's why your favorite songs never leave your mind. That's why childhood moments still feel fresh. Emotion and memory are inseparable. So, when you learn English, Don't just repeat coldly. Imagine, laugh, cry, exaggerate, make the word an experience. Your brain will reward you by keeping it safe forever. Mateo added one more habit: teaching. Every time he learned a word, he taught it to a friend, and he discovered that teaching is like memorizing twice. When you teach, you organize your thoughts. You make the memory stronger because you explain it, not just repeat it. This doubled Mateo's progress in weeks. He also discovered the power of review. But not boring review, where you read the same page 10 times. Instead, he used spaced repetition, reviewing only when the brain was about to forget. This method is like watering a plant at the right time. Too much, and it drowns. Too little, and it dies. But at the perfect moment, it grows strong and uncheckable. By combining story, emotion, teaching, and review, Mateo built a system, and that system turned his weak memory into a powerful machine. Weeks passed, and Mateo was stunned. Words that used to vanish now stayed with him for months. Sentences that once felt impossible became natural in his mind. His confidence exploded, and he no longer feared speaking English. The words were alive, ready to come out. He wasn't memorizing anymore. He was living the language. Friends noticed his transformation and asked, "What's your secret?" Mateo smiled and said, "I trained my memory, and now it never lets me down." The old belief that he was stupid disappeared forever. He realized he wasn't broken, he was powerful. His only mistake was not knowing how to use his brain. This truth can change your life too. You are not weak, you are untrained. The moment you train your memory, you unlock a door you never knew existed. Imagine learning 10 new words today and still remembering them a year from now. Imagine watching a movie in English and never forgetting the expressions you hear. This is not a dream, it is science. Your brain is capable of incredible memory. All it needs is the right method, the right training, the right imagination. Mateo now loves English. He plays with words every day, inventing crazy pictures, laughing at his own stories, and because of that, English sticks like glue. You can do the same starting today. Take one word, turn it into a picture, add emotion, and review it later. That's it. Simple, powerful, unforgettable. If you do this daily, in weeks your memory will feel brand new. In months, your English will explode, and in years, you will be unstoppable. The secret was never more study hours. It was never stress, frustration, or repetition. The secret was joy, imagination, and play. Mateo's journey proves that anyone can learn. If he could do it after years of failure, you can do it too. The only question is, will you start today? Let me give you one final exercise before we close. Repeat this story. The fish plays the piano on the moon. Fish, piano, moon. 3 words you won't forget. Picture the fish with tiny fins pressing piano keys. The melody echoes across space, while the moon glows beneath its tail. Ridiculous, yes, but unforgettable. If you can see that image, your brain is already trained. You've just memorized 3 words forever in less than 30 seconds. That is how powerful you are. Mateo's life transformed because he dared to imagine. He dared to give his brain what it truly wanted: pictures, stories, and emotions. And now, your transformation can begin too. With every word you learn, build a story. With every story, add emotion. With every review, make it stronger. Soon, English won't just be a subject you study. It will be a part of you, alive in your memory, flowing naturally every time you speak. The world is waiting for you to unlock this gift. Don't keep your brain starving. Feed it stories, feed it life, feed it English. And one day, you will look back and smile like Mateo did. You will realize you were never weak. You were always powerful, waiting to be trained. So the next time someone asks, "How did you learn English so well?" you can smile. And you can tell them, "I turned my memory into a superpower." This is not just learning. This is transformation. This is freedom. And it begins the moment you say yes. Don't let another day pass with doubt and fear. Your memory is ready. Your brain is ready. Your future is ready. All it needs is you. Remember, no weak memory exists. Only memories that haven't been trained yet. Train it today, and it will serve you for a lifetime. This is Mateo's secret, and now, it's yours.